Okay, last problem. So I'm looking at the information that they gave me, and I go, oh, that's an x value, and that's a y value on the original graph. So I drew it. I did notice that it's continuous and differentiable, so once I start drawing, I can't lift my pencil. So, of course, here's the point, 0, -3. This one's talking about slope, so the slope doesn't get too steep. It stays less than or equal to 5. And it wants to know how large f of 2 can be. Well, that's really an x value, and it wants to know about the y value that goes with it. So I simply drew it and said, oh, well, the slope looks like it might be positive based off of this. I don't really know, but I'm going to draw a nice curve between 0, -3, and 2, comma, f of 2. And so what I know is that I can find the average rate of change between those 2 points, which would be subtract the y values. So here I have f of 2, that's the y value for the upper point, minus -3 is the y value for the lower point, over x value minus x value. And of course this gives me f of 2 plus 3 over 2. And so what I know is that this average rate has to be equal to the instantaneous, but I know the instantaneous is less than 5. So really what's happening here is if I set them equal, so equal to the instantaneous, somewhere that has to happen, but I'm going to replace this or say that this is less than or equal to 5. And then really I'm going to squeeze these together by moving this out. And ooh, now I have an inequality that I can solve. I'll actually write that over here to the left. I'll squish it over. And so now I can solve. Because remember it says how large can it possibly be? So I'm really just looking at, well, what could it go bigger? Could it go bigger? Could it go bigger? What's the biggest? And so if I solve this, of course, I can multiply both sides by 2. And so I have f of 2 plus 3 is less than 10, and then subtract 3 from both sides. So I know f of 2 has to be less than 7. That wasn't really that scary at all, was it? A little tricky on the question probably, but when you start to think about and piece things together, not so bad.